Hey, dude! Hey, can I tell you about this new video game coming out? Can I? What kind of game? It's called Persona. It's a very popular game, and it's made by Atlus. It's part of the Shin Megami Tensei game, and they're releasing their newest game soon called Persona 4. Wait, Persona Shin Megami Tensei. Isn't Atlus known for playing very symbolic imagery in their games? Well, and don't they have some demon monsters in there, like, well, there are dicks and stuff? Oh yeah, there was Mario in Persona 3, and yeah, no, those me don't like. Call me later when you tell me there's a new Kingdom Hearts game or something like that. I'm not into those games. I'm not into your weeaboo trash. Oh, come on, please try them out. Alright, I think I have enough time to think about it after getting into Danganronpa to finally get into the Persona franchise. Finally! It took you long enough! But where should I start? Should I play the games? I don't really have enough time to play RPGs these days. And, you know, I had to play some other games first. Well, there's the Persona 4 anime, but there's two animes, one based off the original, and one based off the remake Golden. I guess I'll do my leisures by watching those, watching some LPs, and I think I'll know what's going on. Right, let's see what you think about it. Right, be back in a sec.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, I admit it. The Persona franchise is really good. I've seen the Persona 4 animes. I played Persona 3. I even watched a couple clips of Persona 1 and 2. And I'm really excited for Persona 5. I'm totally hooked on it. See, I told you. Now, what are you gonna do now? Well, since I have nothing better to do, I think I'm gonna review the Persona 4 animes. You're good. Okay. Are you gonna talk about the games at all? Eventually, but not now. Anyways, time to start the review up. Ooh, get me? No. Well, here's a review that was been a long time coming. Greetings everybody, it's Darkclaw 4 back with a brand new review and a special type review. Today is my first time ever reviewing anything from the television world. And that's kind of a double meaning actually, because I'm reviewing something that was on animation, so show-wise, but also Persona 4 take place in TVs half the time. And like I said, we're taking a look at both Persona 4 and animation along with Golden. But as some of you people might not heard of Persona, let me tell you a brief history about it. So the Persona franchise and Shin Megami Tensei in general are made by Atlus, a company who's known to originally import some games from the US to the US from Japan, but now make their own games. Well, that's more Atlus USA, but still. Anyway, so they made a bunch of games, Catherine to the Shin Megami Tensei games to Trauma Center to Devil Survivor, which is also part of Shin Megami Tensei. Well, a lot of other games are part of the Shin Megami Tensei series, which is where Persona is from. So the series started out as, well, Shin Megami Tensei, which are mainline games started back, I'm going to say, in the Super Nintendo days, which they're up to their 4th game in the main series now. But during the 2000s and 90s, well, late 90s, I guess you can say, they started spinning off to many, many franchises. From Devil Summoner to Devil Survivor to Devil Survivor Overclock. Wait, no, that was Shin Megami Tensei Overclock, I think, I forgot. There were main series like, Shin Megami Nocturne, but still, there's more of the spin-off franchise. Well, you have to say, one of the most popular franchises out of the Shin Megami games is, of course, the Persona series. The first game, Persona, well, Revelation Persona in the US, but that's had to do with some US garbage stuff, was released in 1996. In Japan, I think 1997, US, I'm not sure. Though the US version is horribly translated, I mean like horribly translated itself, and they paired like 4 kids of 5 to take place in the US, changed all the characters' races, it was kind of horrible. I do recommend you play the remake version along with Persona 2. Speaking of that, Persona 2. Now, Persona 2 got kind of a big hoopla with its release schedule in the US here. So, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, 1 week on the US, is technically the 3rd game in the franchise. Yes, I know that sounds redundant because it's technically called Persona 2 and we have Persona 3, but still, it's technically the 3rd game because Persona 2 is actually split into 2 parts. Persona 2 Innocent Sin and Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. And we only got the 3rd game here, so there's some plot holes and stuff. You might ask what's going on, who are you, and stuff like that. They eventually did release Innocent Sun here, the PSP remake, because during they did release Persona 1. They did release a Persona 1 and 2 remake in Japan, and Persona 2 did get the both remakes for both Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. But what we did not get is the Eternal Punishment remake. I'm not sure that's karma for the US of Atlus, or Atlus just trolling us, or I don't know. But still. So we did get both versions, though they're totally different versions, because one's the PSP and one's the PlayStation 1 and on different engines, I don't know. But still. But anyways, the series kind of took a hiatus for a while, because I think Persona 2 got released around 2000, but we took a break into 2006. In 2006, we got Atlus release Persona 3 to the world. I think it was not more like release, but it released around the same year. And Persona 3 is one of the biggest Persona games because this one introduced a lot of things that the Persona franchise is a lot known for. Introduced, even though Igor was in the first 2 games, he was a more major character here. Introduced a new battle system, and the biggest thing of all, social links, where you bond with your friends and you get stronger. Along with the main character only able to switch personas. I think in the first 2, any character can use a persona. I think. Anyways, and I really like these games. I had my chance to play Persona 3. And it's really good. Now, 2007, they released not a remake, but a kind of an expansion to it called Persona 3 Fez, where they added some new things, but the biggest thing they added was The Answer, which is a follow-up story to Persona 3 featuring the character Igus. If you want to learn more about Persona 3, they are releasing, the Persona 3 movies. There are 3 right now. The 3rd one's not fully subbed, don't mind you, the first 2 are. And if you, like me, and don't have the time to play RPGs, or keep watching those. But still, I do like Persona 3 a lot, but it's not my total favorite. That's 4, but not only does it do with story and character. I like Persona 3's gameplay a little more, besides not controlling your party members. 2008, Atlus released Persona 4 on June 10th, 2008, and later December 8th of 2009, also in the US. So Persona 4 takes place 3 years later, after Persona 3, and boy oh boy did this explode. I'm not sure why this one actually exploded. Maybe just a lot of people like the characters, maybe it has to do with all the spin-offs, I guess, I don't know. But this one features our main character Yudere Kami, where he had to stop a major event. Now, I'm not describing full because I'm reviewing the anime, of course, but I'm just saying. Now, this is obviously the most popular Persona game, though I like both Persona 3 and 4 evenly. But, you know, for Atlus, this is, you know, it's kind of surprising for one a game that I'm pretty sure didn't take long to develop, because it's this was released, I want to say like 4 years after Persona 3. Yeah, 3 years, and you know, surprised this one blew up. And you know, think like at least 2008, where you know the PS3 was doing a thing. But it was that popular that they made, you know, that they made an anime, 2 animes, a remake, several spin-offs. Let's see. Anyways, let's get to the animation. Released on October 6, 2011, came the Persona 4 anime called Persona 4 The Animation. I don't know what's up with video game adaptations to call it The Animation, but still, this one adapts the Persona 4 anime into, well, Persona 4 game to the anime. Whoops. Anyways, so I'm gonna go over all the details. The warning: there will be spoilers, but don't worry. I'm gonna put timestamps where you can skip to in the video, so you don't have to watch the spoilers if you have not either seen the anime or played to that part of Persona 4. I go very in depth, from the story to the animation to the characters to the soundtrack, and just let you know. Again, there will be spoilers, but again, there will be timestamps, so you don't have to see it. Now let's get into the reviewing, starting with the plot. Our story takes place in the small town of Inaba, where there's been some mystery murders going on, where they're on top of poles with wires, mind you, and yeah, and some reason it's getting very foggy there. And our main character, Yunari Kami, comes to visit his uncle and cousin, Dojima and Nanako, and he gets caught up in this mystery story also. Getting visited by the Velvet Room, he has the power to summon personas, and along with his friends, has to solve this mystery and find out who's causing these murders and why people are getting stuff into TVs. Now, Persona 4's story is not as complex as Persona 3, but the highlight of it is mostly the character interaction. And the story itself is pretty weak in terms of mystery, because what I like about mystery stories is you can follow around the characters and hey, maybe you can solve it a little earlier. Here, there's not much leads to it, and that kind of makes it disappointed. But I don't follow for the plot, I follow the characters. So overall, the story-wise is kind of weak, but overall good. It's kind of generic. It's about a murder mystery story. The biggest highlight to it is the characters and humor of it. You see, Persona 4, unlike Persona 3, is actually pretty more comical than the predecessor, which I like. And you know, one of the biggest plus to the anime is, I'll get to the characters, but since it's anime, you have to focus on the characters. Our main character, Yunari Kami, actually talks, because in the game he actually doesn't say a peep. That mostly had to do with the Shin Megami Tensei games liking to have the main character be yourself. And that's why he can name you, and that's why he's naming you. But still, the animation did something very good, is making feel like these characters are actually friends and make you laugh and when some things happen to them, you do feel bad, and their development against their shadows is really a good thing because you can see the characters actually grow throughout the series. And I'll get this more when I get the characters, but still, that's a plus I'll say to Persona 4. As much as the plot's kind of weak, seeing these characters and action is very good. And I'll show some of my favorite clips right now of the animation because they imply why I think some of the character animation is bad. These are just I'll give you some highlights. So yeah, again, like I said, overall not the greatest plot, but you mostly watch it for the characters. And so like I said, Persona 4 might not have the strongest plot, but it does serve it up with great humor and really good characters and interaction. Like I said, there are some, mind you, just because I don't think the plot is really great, doesn't mean it can mostly freaking kill you. Now warning, these are going to be some spoilers coming up, so skip to this part of the videos and not see these spoilers. Right, so so people who have seen Persona 4 or played Persona 4, bring your tissues because you're going on later on. We did find out who's actually stuffing people into the TV, and well, not only he took Kanji and other Kanji, Naruto, Issei, and others. In this episode, and this part of the game, he took Nanako. Now, here's the thing, the fog in there is pretty bad for you. And, well, we'll find out later why the fog is bad, but, well, since the shadows got to Nanatame here, it kind of also affected Nanako, because as you can see here, it kind of affected her, and I mean affected her to death. Now, in the game, this was you have to max out Nanako's social links because this had to do with because you have to find out why Nanako has this kind of weird relationship with Stojima, as much because of their mother, and why this place is called Heaven. And well, after the defeat Nanatame, Nanako, well, bring out your tissues, everybody. The scene at the hospital for, well, Nanako's death, but she does live, as you can see from the anime. You watch the anime or play the game, if you got the good ending on you. It was this. I'd say, like, the anime did so well with this scene. No music was playing, and you could feel the emotional heartstrings in this scene. And the bonus part is you. When I saw the scene in the game, I didn't feel as emotional because, well, not because I already saw the scene. I still feel emotional when I rewatch this scene from the anime. But what I have to do is use character. I'll get it when I get this character, but with the addition of you actually have a character this time, it'd make this scene even sadder. Because now you're seeing your party member's reaction, but you're seeing the main character, the one that I'm gonna look up to and view as a brother. They did this scene so well because they showed Yu's emotions and how he reacts to this. And the scene after this, after he decided not to put Namitami in the TV, is one of the most saddest things I ever seen. Just watch.
We have to buy a new heater. We can go to Junes and get it together. Remember the promises we made? When it snows, we've got a huge snowman to make. You and I have to keep playing. We told each other we would. We made a promise! I'll always be here for you. I'm not gonna go anywhere, Nanako.
I'm scared. When it snows, you and me are gonna make a snowman, okay?
Yeah, we'll make a big one. Nanako. Please tell me. When I put a stop to things in his room, did I make the right call? Not let go. I'm sorry.
So personally, it seems like goes. I much prefer how the anime tells the story over the game, just because of you. You is the biggest part of the animation because he actually talks and has a character, and they definitely develop you throughout this, and that's why I prefer the animation over the game in terms of story, because well, yes, you in a game you're supposed to be you, but that's a negative for me because I played the game before I played the game after I saw the anime, and the anime did so much with you that improves on the story, added a lot of funny scenes and extra dialogue. And this is why, like I said, even though the story for Persona 4 might be kind of a little generic with the whole mystery story, the characters, the emotions, and oral interaction is the best. And I'm so glad that the spin-offs like Arena, Q, and Dancing All Night added him as an actual full-on character instead of a silent protagonist. And this is what I'm hoping for Persona 5, as when they're probably going to keep it silent, as I've seen, because they're called protagonists for now. Since it's all cinematic cutscenes and stuff, I at least want them to show emotions to that character. And we have seen with those anime cutscenes, so that's going a plus there. But anyways, so again, coming up is kind of more spoilers, and this has to do with a certain character also, which you're not supposed to find out yet. So skip to this part of the video to avoid this. Anyways, so let's get to that scene.
Awesome. Persona. This power, it belongs to me.
The only reason I joined the
Now, we did eventually find out who the killer is, which is Toru Adachi, the demons partner, kind of cop buddy partner. You know, he's actually pretty insane. Now, I'm gonna go over this scene here instead of when I get the characters, because, well, there's nothing much to say about Adachi besides he's a dork in the early episodes and he's batshit insane in this episode. Now, I actually really don't like Adachi here because I'm not a big fan of the whole "oh, I'm just crazy because I'm crazy" story mode for a villain. But I give Adachi points for keeping me entertained, and this has to do with Johnny Bosch's performance of him, which he did actually change the performance in here, because in the original game he actually did sound like more like, well, you in the dub. But here he did get a different voice, which attached him throughout Arena and Ultimate and Dancing All Night and Ultimate. Well, yeah, Ultimate exactly. But so yeah, I'm sorry I didn't keep that voice in Golden because that's recorded after the game and it has a lot of actors from the animation. But still, as I was saying, I'll give pluses to Adachi and Ultimax with episode Adachi, where I actually like his character a lot more. But still, when I eventually do review Ultimax, I will go over episode Adachi and how his character improve a lot. But still, I can say this about Adachi: he sure does love murders.
Strange, all things considered. Sounds just like what a murderer would say. Ow! I mean, murders? Who said murder? Ow! I'll just shut up now.
This is a...
Like I said, even though Persona 4 might have a kind of more simplistic plot, doesn't mean it's totally bad. It does entertain the viewer by giving some really good characters and a lot of funny scenes. And, you know, it's luckily easy to follow. Again, like I said, even though the plot's really simple with the whole mystery story thing, doesn't mean it's bad. you know, it's easy to follow. I'm pretty sure, like, I really recommend this before Persona 3, for like, if you want to get into the story, because it's a lot more simpler. But so, anyways, let's get into the animation. Oh, the animation.
I'm posting this picture on my wall.
Don't you effing dare!
I can't believe people entered that beauty.
The series is animated by Anime International Company, which, well, glad to their Wikipedia page. I only know one of other shows, which is Heaven Lost Property. Yeah, don't ask me why I know that show. But anyways, while the other Persona 4 stuff with anime cutscenes are made by A1 Pictures, this one is different. I don't know why it's different. Maybe because they pick up the show, maybe because rights, but I don't know. But I would say I much prefer this animation studio after A1 Pictures. I like A1 Pictures, but they give a lot more attention to detail in the animation, and the character designs really suit this style more than, let's say, A1 Pictures with, you know, Golden and Arena and Ultimax and animation. While the the slice of life stuff is a little more limited because, you know, it's less cost. The action sequences are really well animated. A lot of attention to detail is there. It's very smooth, and I never noticed a goof up in animation. There's not like Girl Like Episode 4 or Dragon Ball Super Episode 5, for example. It's all very smooth, and I think the best part of the animation is the lighting. Each character has like a kind of like grading, shading effect to him, which really suits the character designs of Persona 4 and 3, because they're made by the same artists, and unlike Persona 1 and 2, it really fits with the characters also. I'm kind of so used with this art, so I kind of wish it kind of traditions to the games. Again, there's never ever a group buff. Like maybe like a little small background element, but mine is like very small. It's not like Golden, which I'll get later and get into later, where it's just kind of. But so I think probably the best character design is Teddy. They actually made him pretty adorable here. But anyway, so the animation for the animation is really good. I really hope I see these guys do more Persona productions in the future. Maybe they'll do Persona 5, I hope. But so, anyways, let's get into characters. And, this is gonna take a long time.
Do yourself a favor and don't ever forget that.
This is a crystal of the power you have nurtured and sustained throughout this long odyssey. This orb whisks away false pretenses and dispels lies as it illuminates the truth.
Thank you.
Well guys, this review has been going on a little longer than usual, so I'm gonna cut off here. Stay tuned to part 2 of my Persona 4 the animation / Golden animation review, where next time I'll go over the characters and I'm gonna talk about the Golden anime. Yeah, this video is taking a long time because I had to talk a lot of stuff, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be hopefully coming soon. Anyways, this is Darkclaw 4, signing out. See ya.